Welcome to Good Vibes. We have in the house.
You got Big Wahala in the building.
Stavros Plus.
You can catch me at Big Wahala on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can catch me at Stavros Plus everywhere. Collectively, we're part of a podcast called Eloquently Saying Nothing, for short ESN. And you can find us at esnpodcast.com or at ESN Podcast on all your social medias.
Thank you guys for being here. What I really wanted to share is that you guys have a wealth of experience in your sectors, and just to give an insight to that. So we wanted to talk about the career advice that you wish you had, and the kind of stuff you didn't get in school. So tell us first, what did you imagine that you wanted to do when you were younger, and were you encouraged to do that?
Okay, so when I was younger, I wanted to be a bank manager because I thought bank managers earn a lot of money. I wasn't necessarily encouraged to be a bank manager. I wouldn't say I was encouraged to do anything but just finish my degree, whatever degree I wanted to choose and complete it. Whatever I wanted to do after that was, I suppose, on me, but it's just a case that I need to do a degree. That was what I was pushed to do. That was what I was encouraged to do.
And you, Stavros?
I didn't know what I wanted to be when I was younger. I still don't know now. And I'm nearly 40, so that's that, I guess.
The creatives.
Yeah, I do a lot of different creative things, but I guess there's no one. I guess being a writer is the one thing that I feel I'm good at. So I like being good at things. So I'm good at writing. So I guess maybe if I was gonna ever sit down and focus on one thing, that would be the direction.
Okay. Did you get any careers advice in school? If so, what was it?
If I did, I can't remember. I really can't remember at all.
Got it?
At school, we used to have a class where we did career advice. So they'll come in and ask you, what do you want to do going forward? What do you want to do? But it's more to see what you wanted to do to go when you go to college and then when you go to university. But it wasn't necessarily detailed. It wasn't necessarily something that they took into consideration as, what we want to help you to go forward and do this. You just want them to have an idea of kind of what you wanted to do. But it wasn't nothing major as far as I was, not from school anyway.
Can you talk about your current profession? And I just wondered there's a job description, but usually it's different from the reality. And is that so in your case?
Okay, so I work in the IT sector and I deal with service delivery. It's kind of what they say in the tin is what you kind of do. It depends on what company you work for. I work for many companies doing the same job, and every company has a different way of doing what you want to do. Some are very much focused on maybe a service desk type service. Some are focused on maybe an engineering type service. Some are focused on more of a consultancy type service. So it all depends on what type of company you're working for, but it is usually what they say on the tin that you end up doing. Whether or not that's what I thought I was going to end up being is completely alien. As I said, I thought I was going to be a bank manager. I ended up in service delivery again. I thought that IT was a way for money. I wanted to be an IT technician when I started, and when I started in IT anyway. But then after about 9 months, one of my managers saw something in me and said, you got like a management type skill about you. So then I ended up getting into being team leadership there, and then about 2 years after that, I ended up being a manager. In fact, at the time, I was the quickest person to ever be manager ever in that company. But that's nothing to do with nothing, innit? Then after that, I've been doing management ever since. So I've been a manager since I was about 23, 24. So yeah, so I've managed teams from 6 to 10 to 25 people in all the service delivery. So yeah, that's what I've ended up focusing my time on.
And you, Stavros?
Well, I'm not going to discuss what I actually do, so maybe I should have discussed it with you first. But
no worries.
All the jobs I've had, what they were advertised as is what I ended up doing. I don't think I've ever gone into a job and it's been completely different than what it was told to me it was going to be. I guess there's one job where when I used to make ringtones, and I was brought on just to make ringtones, and then at the end of the day, I headed up the department to make ringtones because they just hired more people, and they said, well, you're now working for staff, and that's how it worked. Didn't get any more pay, but that's just how it worked. Because
you did hustle well, man.
So that was a younger me. I was 21, 22 at the time. So I was, again, managing people, but a lot more lackadaisious than my brothers.
What I think is really important for the viewers to know, even though the guys have had this career pathway so far, and on merit and hard work, they've risen up in the ranks of their specific fields. They also have ESN podcasts, and for me, there's so many different as Stavros said earlier, he still doesn't know what he wants to do. He knows, but he doesn't to an extent. And there is nothing wrong with that. So what we're going to get from the guys now is kind of, they have the ESN podcast. They've created their own opportunities and just wanted to find, and hopefully future careers. So my question to you guys is, for the viewers watching, and particularly new entrants, whether it's creative fields and beyond, what advice would you give them to get paid for their passions?
Ooh, getting paid for your passion. I would say if you want to start getting paid for your passion, I'd say start off with that mentality. Don't start off with the mentality of everything is free, because after a while people will use this mentality of everything is free. So I think you need to come with the idea of, you start off maybe giving a free product, but in your head you need to know how you're gonna market yourself to then eventually make what you're doing profitable. And sometimes you may not make it in the first couple of months or years or whatever of making your thing profitable, but you need to have some form of business plan to do it. What I would say though is that if you are going to do it for love, always try and keep the love. Don't make the business side more than the love side. So if you end up just doing it because you want to make money, you might not do it as good as you really want it to do. So I'll say try and keep that balance of loving what you're doing and then trying to find ways of making money for it. But you need to have more than one avenue of making money as well from whatever business you're doing. So it could be a case of that, okay, let's say now the podcast world, a lot of people are in the podcast field. A lot of people are making money through live shows. Some people are making money from advertising. All of this stuff, when we started a long time ago. We started in 2010, isn't it? Right? Before podcast was even...
Pioneers!
Yeah, before podcast was even known about in the UK, we was doing a podcast. There was no such thing as advertising. But we did do the live shows. We probably did live shows in 2011 before people even knew what a live show was. So that was our way of earning revenue. But now, as I said, there's people that you hear on adverts at the beginning of their podcasts and stuff like that. So there's enough avenues of you making money for the things that you love. You just need to find the ways of thinking about that and visualizing that before you actually start getting into it, I would say.
All right. For me, I think you do need to separate the art and the business and understand that they're two different things in your head. So where Wahala was saying that you started off saying that you shouldn't do free products or give away your free stuff, and then he did kind of shape his way into saying what I would say is that there's nothing wrong with doing things for free. There's nothing if your passion is to act or to do art or something. If you might have to do a long hard graft of doing free things, doing what's it when you're apprenticeships or helping out somebody that you know that's in the field and they're getting no pay for it, and late nights and early mornings. If that's your passion, this is what is important. If it's your passion, because I do agree with Wahala. If you're just doing something for money, then that's where sometimes you may fail, potentially. Because there's nothing wrong with just doing things for money as well. But if you're just doing it for money, are you really going to be doing it for free? Are you really going to stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning and then have to wake up at 7 a.m. to do your 9 to 5? Maybe not. So keep your passion, keep it on focus, and never let that down. Always understand that this is what you want to do and stick with it. You might not make money in the first 5-10 years. They say it takes 10 years to make an overnight success. So there's a lot of people that someone like Morgan Freeman, maybe we shouldn't mention his name because he's in the press for the bad reason right now, but he didn't get his breakout film until he was in his late 40s. So stuff like that. So he was acting for X amount of years. Samuel L. Jackson, you might think he's young. He's come up to 70. He only, again, got his big break when he was in his 30s. So there's people that are 20 now and they want to quit by the time they're 25 because I haven't made it. You have to keep going at it. Maybe you might need to get a 9 to 5 or do something else on the side. Or don't ever quit your passion. Just keep going at it and be the best at what you can do as well. Practice, work hard, and good luck to you.
Thank you, guys. And please tell people how they can get in contact with you and hook up if you need to.
All right, as I said, you can catch me on Twitter at Big Wahala. Catch me on Instagram at Big Wahala as well. If you want to, link up that way, that's the best way to link up.
All right, and I'm Stavros Boss, and you can catch me at Stavros Boss everywhere. That's STAVROS and collectively, the two of us make up a 5 of a podcast. There's another 3 gentlemen. We're called Eloquently Saying Nothing. It's the Eloquently Saying Nothing podcast. ESN podcast is for short, so you can find us at esnpodcast.com. You can search for ESN podcast on all your social medias. That's at ESN podcast. We're on SoundCloud, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Google Play Music. Anywhere you can find podcasts, you'll find us there. Just search for Eloquently Saying Nothing. We release a new episode every Tuesday. And like my brother said, we were here from 2010. So we were one of the first UK podcasts out there. So come support us. That's all good vibes. And thank you for having us on.
Welcome. Thank you guys. Peace out. All the best.
Peace.
Are you edging me out?
Hello. No, goodbye. Take care, everybody. Here we go.